Imagine being a mother, and your only choice to protect your child is to flee from everyone. But what would you do if a raging flood swept your baby away before your very eyes, and you were powerless to save them? In the heart of the Masai Mara Reserve in Kenya, a lioness lived with her cub, far from the rest of the pride. Since the cub's birth, the mother had felt threatened by the males in the pride, so she chose to leave to protect her newborn. The mother moved constantly with her cub to avoid threats, from predators to harsh weather. Despite all the dangers, the curious and brave little cub roamed freely, unaware of the risks around him, but his mother watched him closely, always alert and ready for anything. During the rainy season of 2022, calm streams turned into raging floods. One day, as the lioness was searching for shelter, the cub slipped into the water and was swept away by the current. The mother roared in panic and ran alongside the riverbank, helpless to save her child. At that moment, two patrol officers, John and Mwangi, happened to be on a routine check. They heard the lioness's roar and sensed something was wrong. Rushing to the scene, they saw the cub drowning while the mother cried out in desperation. Without hesitation, John tied a rope around himself and jumped into the water, while Mwangi held the other end. John fought the powerful currents until he reached the exhausted cub. He grabbed him tightly and shouted for Mwangi to pull them in. After a fierce struggle against the cold and the water, they reached the riverbank safely, with the cub in John's arms. The lioness rushed over and the two men feared she might attack, but the mother was only concerned about her cub. She began licking him, checking him from head to paw. Then she lifted her head and looked at the men, not with aggression, but with something that felt like gratitude. John offered a piece of meat to the lioness and her cub. She stepped forward and ate, joined by her hungry cub. Then, in a rare moment, the lioness allowed John to touch her, as if acknowledging his kindness. As the rain subsided, the mother signaled to her cub that it was time to go. Before they left, the cub turned and looked back at the two men with innocent, grateful eyes. Together, they walked into the wild, leaving behind an unforgettable story of motherhood, courage, and compassion in the heart of the wilderness.